Hey guys, welcome back into the kitchen with Eli and Chu on the mic over there. We're cooking something cool today. We're going to cook some honeycomb, which people always ask me how it's made, and it's so easy. And you'll be, taking it to parties and mates' houses all the time and doing crazy desserts with it. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright guys, you'll need a couple elements to make this honeycomb today. I like to use glucose. I just think it's really good for any sugar product you use. Some caster sugar, you can get these ingredients anywhere. Coles is fine. Golden syrup, some people use honey. I don't think this has got a better boiling point. Some bicarb soda, and then you'll need a few other elements like chocolate. I'm just using a Cadbury compound. Don't worry about curvature or you professionals out there. Some spray oil and just a couple of utilities, baking paper, a boiling pot and a tray to put the honeycomb in, and a whisk and scales. And that should be it. All we're gonna do is get this pot onto the scales with about 100 mils of water to start. Start with the water, and then we're gonna put 100 grams of glucose syrup. All right guys, the next ingredient is about 100 grams of golden syrup, 400 grams caster sugar. One thing you want to make sure of is the pot around the outside is clean. If this pot is not clean, what will happen is they will crystallize on the side and fall back into the sugar, and obviously will make the whole product crystallize, which isn't what you want. So we'll get this on the stove and start it up. All you want to do is bring it to the boil as quickly as possible. Alright guys, now that it's boiling, we just want to make sure those sides stay clean. I'm going to do this in a way that you shouldn't do at home, but use a pastry brush. But this is just like an old school technique where I just use cold water to keep the edges clean, so it doesn't over crystallize. But yes, please use a pastry brush at home. I don't want to send you to hospital. And we want to keep bringing that to the boil. It'll probably take about 15 to 20 minutes. Alright guys, what I've done here is I've cooked this to about 155, around about Celsius. I haven't used a temperature gauge at all, but if you've got one, a sugar thermometer, use it. It's about 150. You can see the color there. It's beautiful. Also, another note is I didn't put any utensils in there. I didn't try and stir it. I just kept it, let it do its own thing the whole time. So what you want to do is just let that sit for a second. It's got a nice color. It should be the right temperature. I've weighed up about 20 grams of bicarb soda, which I sifted. You can sift it in here as well, but if you work fast enough, you shouldn't have to. Now just be wary, make sure you've got a pot big enough for the amount that you're gonna do, because it will explode in a way that will go everywhere. So you have to work really fast, and let's see if I can do it. Let's see how we go. All right, so in the bicarb goes, then stir it around straight away, quickly. Then straight into the pot. You're starting to see black bits, that means you cooked the sugar too far. Now the trick is not to play with it. Don't bang the tray, don't knock the tray, don't move it into the fridge, just let it sit, don't touch it. Whatever you do, just let it sit, let it cool, let those sugars set up into the honeycomb shape and the honeycomb look that we're going for. And that'll probably take about 15-20 minutes to actually even get a little bit cool, maybe even an hour before you can put the chocolate on top. Alright guys, we've got some chocolate here. I just used like a whole family size Cadbury bar. You can use as much chocolate as you want, as long as, as thick as you need it, as thin as you need it, whatever it is. And this is just to finish the honeycomb to give it some sweet, milky, caramelly chocolateness. All I'm going to do is add a little bit of veg oil to this, because the fat solids help with compound chocolate, because we're not using curvature. We're being chill here. So just a little bit of veg oil in there. And what we're going to do is just put this onto a bay over the stove like we did in past times. Now the chocolate's all melted. It's nice and smooth, creamy. Make sure you take it off with a tea towel. We don't want any hospital runs. And all you do is make sure your honeycomb's set, which should be pretty good. Pour in your chocolate over and let it set up, and that should probably take about 20-30 minutes to set, room temperature, maybe a little bit longer, but don't put it in the fridge straight away, just let it come to room temperature set up. And that's pretty much it. Easy, really easy honeycomb to make at home. You'll enjoy it. Finish it off with some ice cream. You want to make a birthday cake, you could break up some of that and put some of that on top. So versatile, so many things you can do with it. And yeah, thank you for watching. Peace out, and just remember guys, cooking is not hard, your mum does it every day.